Hey Decatur, please consider joining our Decatur Cares About Climate challenge. Like the Lorax says, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not.
The climate crisis can seem overwhelming, but we absolutely can make the situation better. Solutions exist right now, and if everyone cares and takes action together, we can mitigate the impacts in a just and equitable way.
This video will journey from the scale and urgency of the climate crisis to how our community can come together and, by taking manageable steps every month, be part of the solution.
It is indisputable that human activities are causing climate change. Global warming is a direct result of our burning of fossil fuels and pumping greenhouse gases into our thin atmosphere since the beginning of the industrial age. We've already warmed our atmosphere over 1 degree Celsius.
Because of that warming, around the world we are now witnessing extreme weather events occurring at a frequency and intensity not seen before. Blistering heat waves with days of off-the-charts temperatures, massive fires raging uncontrollably fueled by high heat and dry and parched conditions, and, because warmer air can hold more moisture, devastating flooding caused by intense hurricanes and record-setting rainfall events.
While we will all be impacted, poor and marginalized communities will suffer the most.
Every fraction of a degree of additional warming will have increasingly catastrophic consequences. The worldwide community is focused on the goal of limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius because scientists believe that the impacts past that rise in temperature will be much, much worse. Hundreds of millions more climate migrants. Increasing global insecurity because of shortages of food, water, and other basic necessities. Much more frequent and intense extreme weather events. The likelihood that we will set off uncontrollable chain reactions that will accelerate warming.
The latest reports from the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change show that the world is warming faster than previously thought, signaling a code red for humanity. It will take rapid and unprecedented action to limit warming to near 1.5 degrees Celsius. At our current pace of emissions of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases, warming could reach 2.7 degrees Celsius by the end of the century, which would be catastrophic for our planet.
So let's bring it closer to home. If we don't take action here in Georgia, we will continue to experience increasingly more damaging impacts, more coastal flooding, more devastating crop losses due to drought and damaging storms, and an increasing risk of fires. And like the rest of the Southeast, we will really be feeling the heat.
By mid-century, Decatur is on track for over 100 days with the heat index over 90 degrees. That is double the number from when I was growing up. Just imagine 3.5 months of days with the heat index over 90. And on nearly 50 of those days, the temperatures will feel like it's over 100.
Extreme heat like that is not healthy. Athletes can suffer from heat stroke. Practices and games can be canceled, and when they aren't, it is uncomfortable for fans and much worse for athletes exercising on the fields that have no shade and can have temperatures up to 15 degrees hotter. That heat saps your energy, turns fun into work, and you can often feel the effects for hours afterwards.
The additional and prolonged periods of heat will lead to more mosquitoes and tick-borne illnesses. And these illnesses, such as Lyme disease, are now occurring in areas where they didn't previously occur. Heat also exacerbates asthma and allergies and even poison ivy. This isn't the future that any of us want for our kids, grandkids, and all generations to come. But if governments and individuals don't listen to the scientists and take appropriate action, it is the future that we will create for them.
If we do act now, we can create a different, brighter future. A world that addresses the climate emergency will be a much better place in many ways. Millions of people will be put to work creating and maintaining a clean energy infrastructure. There will be many new clean technology jobs in industries that produce electric vehicles and other energy-saving products. Our air and water will be so much better. Wind, solar, and other clean energy producing technologies don't spew noxious fumes into the air, and they don't use and pollute massive amounts of water the way fossil fuels currently do. Homes, cars, almost everything will run on cheaper, clean electricity, and our buildings will be constructed or renovated to be considerably more efficient. This means lower utility bills for individuals and businesses, along with greater comfort and a healthier indoor environment.
Getting around will be easier, cleaner, and healthier as cities change to be more walkable and bike-friendly. Convenient public transit will help our roads and highways become less crowded and decrease pollution of the air we breathe. There will also be a lot more trees and green spaces providing shade and soaking up excess rain and carbon dioxide. We can't prevent all the effects of climate change from happening, but we can do a lot to make our future much better. The cost for doing something positive is far less than the price we will pay, allowing climate change to destroy our health and our planet.
Thanks to the scientists and engineers, we have the products and know-how to move to this better future. And across the globe, people are developing new and increasingly cost-effective solutions. But the political will is not yet strong enough to create needed, rapid, systemic change.
There are still too many politicians who are influenced by those who are benefiting and profiting from polluting. Fossil fuel executives and big corporations have spent decades and billions of dollars fighting climate action. They have far-reaching networks to spread disinformation and influence decisions, and they are trying to slow down and prevent action so that they can continue to reap huge profits.
But we know if we move slowly, we will lose the battle to limit climate change. In recent years, scientists and concerned citizens have created momentum for meaningful and immediate action. They're calling out to all of us now, urging us to join them.
And that is why we're asking you to join the Decatur Cares About Climate Challenge. Working together, we can make true climate action happen. Here's how it works. Each month, we'll provide you with a way to learn, act, and advocate.
So the first step is learning the solutions. Each month, you'll be guided to watch a short video or to read an easy-to-understand article with one example of a solution that is proven to have a positive impact on the environment.
Next, we'll show you some steps on how you can reduce your own personal greenhouse gas emissions. And guess what? What's often good for the environment is good for your health and your pocketbook. Dip your toe in by accomplishing one act or try them all if you have the time. And if you're already doing everything, yay for you! You can spend your energy encouraging and supporting your friends and families as they take action and develop new habits.
Finally, we will guide you through a quick and easy process to reach out to our political leaders each month on issues that impact climate change. Leaders who are making sound, science-based climate decisions on our behalf need to know that we support them. Politicians who ignore science and don't care about climate change need to know that we will be voting at the polls and with our wallets to protect ourselves and our planet. And remember this, the biggest impact we can make is locally. We have city leaders and county leaders right here making decisions for us and our community. We must engage them.
But is it worth the effort? Can we really make a difference? Absolutely. Greta Thunberg decided to skip school on August of 2018 to protest her country's climate inaction. She sat alone in front of the Swedish parliament with a homemade sign. With a little more than a year, millions of students worldwide were participating in climate strikes and calling on their leaders to do more. These students have inspired governments around the globe to develop more ambitious climate targets.
In May of 2018, 5 Amazon workers met up to start strategizing about how to get their company to limit its massive carbon footprint. Thousands of other Amazon workers joined their efforts, and Amazon responded by raising its climate commitments, including purchasing 100,000 electric delivery vehicles. And workers are continuing to push for more.
Come on, Decatur! Let's do something that's never been done before. An entire city organizing to learn, act, and advocate together could make a difference and really get some attention. Maybe we can inspire other communities to follow our lead. We can be a part of creating a better future in our city and beyond.
Our actions will certainly have a ripple effect. As we talk about what we're doing and prove that our actions can have an impact, others will join us.
The science is clear. Everyone must act now if we are to prevent the most catastrophic impacts of climate change and protect ourselves and future generations.
So sign up right now. We hope that all who live, work, or play in our city will participate.